chestnuts are roasting on an open fire, Ben. It's the Christmas special of the Sports Parenting Playbook podcast. Yay!
It is. Are we going to shatter the illusion? It's actually the 27th of November. You've got me wearing a Christmas hat.
So anyway, this episode is all about presents you can buy your kids that are good for physical literacy or even just super fun and for them to be active and all that kind of really good stuff. Because Christmas, we do spend a lot of time sitting around and eating and watching telly and all that kind of stuff. So this is all the good stuff. And we're going to do a few of the bad stuff. Some of the stuff that I've seen on Instagram pop up have gone, oh, wow, what is that? So what do you think, Ben?
I loved this idea for this episode when you put it to me, because I've got lots of fun memories as a child of getting some...
Best present. What's your best present?
The best present I ever had as a child?
Yeah.
Physical literacy related or anything?
No, just anything really.
Anything. Generationally, you might remember this. I mean, I'm 39. You're not too far ahead of me. A Commodore 64.
You know, I was thinking if yours is the same as mine, I was just going to give up and go home because it was going to be amazing. Commodore 64, fantastic present.
I remember this Christmas so well because obviously as you grow older, you get bigger, and your memories of childhood are quite warped. But this particular Christmas, I remember walking down the stairs into my living room, and I remember just seeing what I think was like this mountain of presents. And I don't think, knowing my mum and dad, that it would have been a mountain of presents, but it just seemed like a mountain of presents. And at the front of this mountain of presents, there was this box. And I remember that being the Commodore 64. Amazing. And I always had this thing, and I always do, of when I open my Christmas present, saving the biggest one till the end, because it's like, oh, this is the exciting one.
Me too.
I still do that. Yeah, exactly. And that's, I mean, the amount of presents you get shrinks as you get older. But I remember the best present I ever had was a Commodore 64. I don't know why, because it was the biggest waste of time ever. You used to have to put cassette in, wait for it to load. Some of the games had multiple cassettes that you had to put in and wait for it to load. And then all of a sudden you'd play it and it'd crash and you'd go through the cycle again. But it was the first ever computer I had, and it was great. What about you?
Yeah, well, mine's similar. So I had an Atari ST. I'm slightly older than you, so an Atari ST may have been out of your...
You can sense from my reaction, I have no idea.
And an Afterburner machine. Now, this thing was incredible. It's like just a little kind of self-portable thing. You had to like use a joystick on, and it was a aeroplane thing. So, I guess what we're saying is scrap everything that we're about to say because computers are the way forwards. Is that right?
No, because my experience with computers isn't very good. So it's not the way forward.
Okay, right.
I'm all for other types of presents, but we're going to talk about some absolute beauties today, because we've had a bit of a chat about some of the things that might come up. But where are we going with the episode? Where are we starting?
Okay, so I think we should start with the yes. It's one yes each, okay, that I really like the look of, and that you really like the look of. Should I go first?
Yes, please. You go first.
Okay. I really love this, and it's called Make a Fort. Make a Fort. Now, I'm not experienced it. I don't know the quality of the product, so I don't go. Don't ask Father Christmas for one, and then you get it, and then it's not that great because I don't know how good it is really. But
so what you're saying is the Sports Parenting Playbook and Mini Athletics, specifically you, can't be held liable for any upset children on Christmas Day if you buy Make a Fort and it's terrible.
No, exactly. Because I don't know how good it is. But I think my kids, I've had a little word with Father Christmas, and he said he might get them one. Anyway, so that's what it is. I mean, to be fair, what it is cardboard boxes. No, it's more than that. It's more than that. It's like these little, I don't know what it's made of, probably cardboard, but you can interlink them, and it just creates this whole premise of play and also physical literacy, because you can see them crawling through and all these kind of different movements that you got to do when you play. And some really amazing things going on, especially with Claire, my wife, Claire Bowyer. Follow her on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, actually, because I want to. I want to have more girls like her. And with her, she is doing all this play-based stuff, and took a look at it and really, really likes it as well. So Make a Fort, I thought was really good for physical literacy, getting involved, playing with your kids, and just altogether imagination. I loved it.
Yeah, and I think the good thing about it is the imagination thing. I think if you give a child a present like this, and ultimately on Christmas Day it's about spending time with family, you could
Yeah,
imagine that present's coming out, and it's like, right, you've eaten a box of chocolates or whatever, and you're like, right, I'm gonna get on the floor with the kids, I'm gonna build a fort. The imagination runs wild, and all of a sudden, like, it could go from anywhere. Like, you building the fort, you're running around the house because this is the base or whatever it's going to be.
yeah,
And I think that's a really nice present because it does
yeah.
involve everybody, and I think that's what
It does.
presents should kind of be about.
It's so much better than watching Call a Midwife in the evening. And if you're listening from the States, this is a really horrendous program, in my opinion, that we have in the UK every Christmas, called Call a Midwife. Terrible. But the mother-in-law likes it, so you have to watch it.
It's kind of, yeah, it's a whole new podcast episode, that really, isn't it?
Call a Midwife.
Terrible British Christmas Day
Oh, I see.
programs.
I thought you were saying a whole episode on Call the Midwife.
No, I wouldn't survive that. I don't think the listeners would survive either.
I'd have to invite my mother-in-law in as a guest.
To do a review of Call the Midwife Christmas special.
That's a good one. What's your yes? What's your yes?
So
what's your recommendation? What's your present? Come on.
my yes is a similar thing to the creative side of things, and it's similar to Make a Fort. It's an old classic. I'm going to see if you can guess where I'm going with it. It's something we can all get involved with as a family. Sitting on the floor, eating some chocolates, getting involved, building something.
Lego?
It's Lego.
It's a classic.
It's Lego. I
It's a
mean,
classic.
you don't get the physical with it.
Okay. Yeah.
But you certainly get, like, the imagination side, the bonding moment with the kids. I think for me, Christmas is all about kind of having that experience. So there's nothing better than kind of, Daddy, can we build this now? And that's
Yeah.
kind of where I want to be.
What I'm going to say, though, Ben, that's fairly obvious one, isn't it, Leg? So I'm taking that 1-0 to me, I'm afraid.
You can have that one, but
Yeah.
do you know what you can't take from me, Kirk?
What?
My memories on Christmas Day.
Or your Lego.
All my Lego. So you can have 1 point, and me and I think Kirk's got a call there. Someone's putting in a Christmas present order already.
It's Make a Fort, and they said they want to send me 5 sets of Make a Fort.
They want to sponsor the podcast and have said we're going to get 5 sets. That's a joke. We haven't got a sponsorship with Make a Fort. No, but I think me and Rach like Lego. The kids like Lego. We've actually got the Home Alone house to build.
I've heard about this, yeah, which costs you like your mortgage.
Yeah, we actually bought it last year, and we didn't finish it. So it's back in the box, and it'll be coming out very soon. Once the Christmas tree goes up, we're building the house. But you can have that one. 1-0 to you.
All right, so let's go to the kind of recommended no's from us. I don't believe these would make very good presents, and these are the reasons why. So I'm going to start with the Playmaker. So Ben, fire up that video. Let's see what the Playmaker is all about.
Famous football player using an AI coaching tool that kids use, and how is it improving how they play? It's called Player Maker, and it reveals a player's blind spots and how to improve them. It's like we football mums just turned into elite coaches, but how does the app know all that? Every touch, sprint and pass is tracked through a tiny sensor that clips onto their cleats and syncs with the app, giving us pro-level insights right on our phones. Set goals, track their progress, and watch their game improve session by session, just like the pros do. It was built for elite clubs, but now it's finally available for our little ones. Get it today and give them the edge. Your young...
Oh, God. So many things to unpack there. First of all...
I'm hoping you're going to do the talking because I'm speechless.
I need to be careful not to have a liable case. But I think, come on, just let the kids play. They don't need stats like this at this level. Okay, if they're at the academies level, when they're really, really high level, maybe there may be a case for it. Okay, but not grassroots, and especially what is it? Us soccer mums to
The
become
actual,
elite coaches. No,
yeah, that was the bit
just
I
stay a
wrote
mum.
down.
Yeah, just stay a
It,
mum. What you want to do is you don't want to watch the game and then go back home and have a little meeting and discuss stats. You don't want to do that. You want to watch the game, go home and watch Home Alone.
that is totally what needs to happen. And the same bit of the clip that stood out to me was the bit where they claimed that we soccer mums could turn into elite coaches. And soccer mums, soccer dads, it makes no difference to me. You're not going to turn yourself into an elite coach, and nor should you want to turn yourself into an elite coach for your child.
Yeah.
We actually did an episode of this podcast not too long ago, and it went out, I think it was our last episode that went out, about Jaron Duran.
Yes.
And what happened in that, just a little recap, go back and listen to the episode if you haven't already, check the Instagram account because the clip's out there about it, is his dad gave him quite a tough upbringing by putting too much pressure on him and basically forcing him to basically get better at a rate that he wasn't capable of. And he now, as an adult, who's a very good Major League Baseball player, struggled to cope with that pressure, and it sucked all the fun out of the game. And I think putting a little device in your son or daughter's football boot and allowing you to set goals and objectives. The last point is it's visualizing it through the app on the phone, and they're trying to gamify the objectives and the goals, and very quickly that can become blurred and the fun gets sucked out, and you've got a lot to deal with already as a parent, bringing your child up through sport, the heavy defeat on a Saturday morning in the rain, but now you're adding another thing in, the fact that they probably didn't do enough passing, a kick around in the park with their friends, which is where you're going to use it because you're not the coach.
Yeah. You did. Well, hold on. Let's look at the stats. You did 5 passes with your left foot, and 6 passes with your right foot. Can you explain that to me, please?
It is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's crazy, but it's an Instagrammable thing. It will sell, unfortunately. And look, I used to be a strength conditioning coach working in elite soccer football, worked for a professional football team. And my job was to provide stats to the manager. And the manager at this time was Russell Slade. I used to work at Leyton Orient, and Russell Slade was an incredible manager, actually, really, really great, really forward thinking. Now, but sometimes he'd look at the stats and not really take a huge amount of notice of them because it almost sometimes didn't really matter, and it's especially doesn't matter at this level, like when grassroots football. Come on. Anyway, that's my no. What's your no, Ben?
My no is something from the world of American football, or if you're in America, just football. And I have got a little video of this one, and I am going to play
let's
it.
have a look, Ben.
So this one for me is titled "One Perfect for Solo Training," and I've got something to say about that when we get to the end of it. But this is the clip that I want to play.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to explain this one because they've got a kid that's pumping up. He's pumping up. He's got an American football on the end of this thing. Okay, and then oh my God, he's running. It looks like it's going to explode with the American football. It's going to propel the American football. Oh, there it goes. There it goes.
Now, for me, there's a couple of things. So the thing I would say is that the title is perfect for solo practice.
Yeah.
Right? The kid, you can see the clip, puts the ball in this machine, pumps it. So the kid's doing the pumping. It's not even the dad that's doing the pumping or the mom that's doing the pumping.
Yeah.
And then the ball pretends to move in all these different directions that it's going to move in to make it look better than it actually is.
Yeah.
And then it fires the ball up in like a cannon, and the kid tries to catch the ball,
Yeah.
assuming they catch it, or they drop it, they pick it up, they go back, repeat the process. But there's just so many things wrong with it for me, because one of the big things about sport should be at that age is the interaction that you get with your kids.
Yes,
Now,
fundamental part of physical literacy is the social element. Yeah.
the social element. Now, I argue that the good part of it could be that, you maybe have a brother and a sister, or a brother and a brother, or whatever, two kids, and one takes it in turns to put the ball in, pump it, and the other one fires off to catch it. But it's replacing the skill of throwing, because if there is another person getting involved, another child getting involved, what's wrong with just throwing and catching? This is designed, I think, for parents to, controversially, but I'm not going to apologise for saying it, be quite lazy with their kids. I think it's a gimmick, and it's not going to be anything that really teaches the kids anything, because all they're going to do is they're going to get bored about the fact that they have to keep repeating this process. They're not going to be that challenged by it, so they're going to lose interest. Ultimately, they're going to catch the ball and they're going to be like, Dad, Mom, come and watch me do this catch. But because the dad and mom have bought it, they're clearly not interested in their kid's development at this stage. So are they going to be interested to come and watch the kid do the catch? For me, it's just so much wrong with it.
Okay. Right. Do you want my opinion?
Go on.
Because you're going to get it anyway. I don't think it's that bad.
No, Kirk! No!
I think you might be being a bit harsh here, because now I accept your comments about the longevity of it. So how many times is the kid going to want to catch the ball and put it back in for it to explode again? But my kids, you know them. I think when it explodes, they're going to go, whoa! And then they're going to go and want to chase it and then put it back on the thing. Now, I've got two issues with this. One, it takes out the social, and I don't want to be labeled one of those parents that lets them get on with it and disappears. And by the way, I couldn't, because I don't have a back garden the size of
it does shoot it quite far. I'll give it that.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. So I mean, wow. I mean, whoever's got a garden that big must be doing well. I mean, they could be able to employ someone to throw a ball for their kid. But I don't know. I just don't think it's that bad, because they're still getting them outside. They're getting them catching the ball, and they're like, "Oh, let's put it back on. Let's catch the ball again."
There's the argument that there are some people, let's say, for instance, that can't do the throwing and catching with their kids. They're not physically able to do that. I get that, and I think that is where it could be a good replacement, because it does go a long way. You are obviously developing the hand-eye coordination. In the catching. So I get there's a market for it, but it was the title for me, really, that I don't. It's perfect for solo training.
Solo, change the marketing. Change the marketing to like exploding American football fun. There you go. Thank you.
Problem solved. Yeah, I'll buy 5, Kirk. Thank you. No, I get it. They are still running. They are going to still repeat the process. But I guess my point is that I think we've talked so much about the connection, the social aspect, and I wouldn't want to see a toy replace the social aspect of sport.
It's a fair point, and one that I accept. Would I buy one? It's up in the air. Okay, give me another. I'm going to go for another yes now. My one is High Pro Anywhere Table Tennis Set. High Pro Anywhere Table Tennis Set. And this is this little table tennis set, and you can just put it up anywhere, and you just have a little game of table tennis.
So here's a little
there it is.
Shot of it. So the High Pro Table Tennis Set. So you can whack it on a table, dining room table.
Yeah.
The net, I think, extends.
By the way, Claire wouldn't like that. She wouldn't like putting it on the dining room table, might scratch it or whatever. So we might have to put it somewhere. But you can even take it to the airport and have it. And I saw
a little clamp that goes on any sort of flat surface that you can stretch it across, play table. I like that. And one thing we haven't done with any of these presents is talked about the cost. And at $12.99,
$12.99, you can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong. Yeah, it's a good filler. It's a good filler for Father Christmas to put in the sack. I like it. Anyway, give me another yes, Benny.
I like scooters.
Yeah, I love a scooter.
And I think one of the things with scooters, so we've the girls have got scooters, and a Billy's growing up a little bit. She wants a bigger scooter.
Yeah.
So she's got one of those that's got two wheels at the front, one at the back. Amelia's currently got a two-wheeled scooter. So what I like about them is it's something that you can do on a family walk. They can take their scooters out. You can see progression in the scooter from, two
Okay.
wheels at the front to one wheel. So there's that progression with the balance, and it teaches them so much more. And it's great outdoors.
Yeah, it's really I love that. Well done. But I just feel like Lego and a scooter. You've not really been too innovative here, have
You've got to give the kids what the kids want.
you? Your next one's going to be a bike.
Don't give a spoiler out.
Trainers, so they can go outside and walk. You're a Lego. Right. Anyway, let's move on. But yeah, accepted. Scooters are good. Okay, and another no for me. I'm still laughing at that. Another no for me. But actually, it's not a no. It could be a maybe. I don't know if you've got a picture of it here, but it's this cage thing where you sit, and there's a cage that goes kind of like, and you sit opposite. Do you have a picture of this, Ben? Oh, there we go. Excellent.
So
yeah.
you're talking soccer seats. This is called
Soccer seats. So you sit, and there's a cage. And then you just play, and you sit next to someone opposite, and then you just play football in like that. I mean, look at the price of it. It's €365. It's probably about I don't know, £320. Probably about 400 something dollars, maybe.
a sit-down soccer football table to play soccer while sitting down, have a relaxing moment, or join in a full-fledged soccer competition. What I do like is it comes with a glass top. So for a football addict, you could have that in your living room and you just have a coffee with your mates.
Okay, that is fair enough, actually, because that would, mind you, Claire's never having that in the lounge.
No, not many people would really.
No, it's just not happening. So I that's another thing. Where would you put it? It's just like go outside, play. And you could also make it yourself. You could probably do it yourself somehow. You should use like a little football, sit 2 chairs. Oh come on, 300 pounds, euros, where it is, dollars. So
Either way, dollars, euros, or pounds, it's eye-watering to sit down and kick a ball in a cage under a coffee table.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. All right. Have you got another no?
I've got another no, and it's similar to the one that you said about the football tracking.
Okay. Yes.
I haven't got any videos or photos of this one, but it's something that I have seen cropping up quite a bit when you're walking through the park watching games, football games. And I argue whether it's a present that you'd buy for your kids, but actually you're buying it for yourself. And I think that's a bit of a no-no.
I think that goes back to my make a fort, because I think I'm buying that for myself.
Yeah, quite. I could see how your eyes lit up. It's AI trackers, as in cameras that are put up at the side of pitches on like stands, like what do you call them? Tripods.
Yes.
And they track the ball around the pitch. And the clip that I saw, which if I have, I will play now.
Right.
But what it basically does, and the way they sold it, similar to the tracking thing that put in the boots, was that parents could take the footage, play it on the TV screen to coach their kids about the weaknesses in their game or the good points in their game. But it's all comes back to over-analysis of a child's football match, which should purely be at that age for enjoyment. And I do not like it.
No, agreed. And also the whole consent thing of, I feel slightly uncomfortable if a parent pitched up with that, and my kid was filming, and no, you're not doing that. Nope.
Yeah, and this is the thing. It makes me think about grassroots children's football or soccer, and there's so much that has gone wrong with it. In my opinion, having to have ropes around pitches to restrain parents and
necessary. unfortunately.
unfortunately necessary, but
Yeah.
it wasn't something that happened in my day when I played football, and it's sad that it happens now. And then
Yeah.
you've got cameras put up to record games and trackers on kids' boots with parents monitoring apps.
It's nuts. It's nuts. A good one, Ben. I like that one. Okay, coming back to me is I mean, I kind of, if I was going to prioritize these, I'd go make a fort, high pro anywhere. I love high pro anywhere. I've not got one, but I'm going to get. Well, I'm hoping Father Christmas is going to bring my son's one so I can play it.
So you are buying. You're doing exactly what I just said is a big no-no.
Yeah, I
Is
am.
buying presents for your kids, wrapping them up
I know.
as their presents, but they're
I've also
actually
got,
for you.
yeah, I've also got an afterburner machine here. Uh, um, so my next thing is a mini. This is quite out there. Something you're not used to is a mini tennis net that you can buy from Z Sig Sports in the UK, and in the US you could buy mini tennis nets anywhere really. I would imagine mini tennis nets. I've got one. And we had so much fun with this in the summer. We were playing like balloon tennis. You can't use it indoors; it's probably too big for that. It's an outdoor thing, but it's not very big. It's quite small, really, and you can just turn it into like, you could play some pickleball on it. You could play tennis on it in the garden with softballs. You can do balloon tennis. You could do football tennis. It's just and just a net. It's just a net, and it's super cool, and I like it.
But isn't it amazing how the thing that you said there, which triggers something, is that one of the most loved things is a balloon.
It's on my list. It's on my list. Not as a present, but have a few balloons at Christmas to expend some energy because they're so good.
But it's that episode that, again, we did of Bluey. I'm going to say it again. Go back and listen to it. Watch the episode of Bluey. Playing keepy-uppy with a balloon is great fun for the family. It's like if you go to a birthday party and there's a big open space and there's balloons, all of a sudden one kid starts flicking the balloon up. But the next thing you know, you've got 5 or 6 people keeping the balloon up. You've got people in the corner having a drink or a coffee, but they all of a sudden, it comes, I have a little dink at that, and it's a balloon.
Yeah. Absolutely. So how about yours? I can't wait for this.
As in a good or a bad?
A good one.
A good one. Lego scooter. What is the next one? What is the next good one? No, it's quite challenging for me in terms of the presents that I might like and what you might like. But we're completely opposite. You've got 2 boys, I've got 2 girls.
That's true.
So one of the big things that my 2 love doing at the moment is crafting.
Okay, yeah.
They absolutely love crafting.
Yeah.
So it's things like
paper.
they're into beading at the moment.
Oh, yeah. No, this is really good for fine motor skills.
So the fine motor skills are great, but also what's happened with Amelia, which is quite good, is she started making like key rings. She started making bracelets and necklaces and all that sort of stuff. But what I like about it is she's using her imagination. She's using her creativity. The imagination comes in because she's naming them based upon like the colors. So she's making a design and she's naming the design. So she's got one that was pink candy floss the other day, which is like all pink and white.
Yeah.
But she wants to use them to sell them. So she said, I want to sell them and give money to charity. So she was thinking, we're doing a mini athletics Santa run at an athletics track in a couple of weeks, and she wants to raise a bit of money and have a little stand there. She's hoping people might buy them as Christmas presents.
I will
donate the money to charity.
I will buy one. That's really good entrepreneurship. I love it, and it's also great fine. And we're talking about physical literacy, fine motor skills there, and Seamus loves doing that as well. Do you know what? I think that might be one of my favourites from you.
I've got a bit of credibility back, have I?
You always had credibility, but I that is a really good one, Ben. I like it. It's quite well done. My last one. For a kind of this is a maybe. It's not a no. It's a maybe because I've never done it and I don't know how good it is. And you might have done it. Now this is called box bollen. Boxbollen. You wear a
I've seen this.
you wear a hat. Okay, you wear a hat, and there's a bit of string on it, and there's a ball at the end, and you kind of like punching the ball, just little punches like this. And I'm looking at thinking that looks quite good for like 5 minutes, and then I don't know if it's going to have longevity. Is it because it's not? If you think about the ones that we've said, fort building, high pro anywhere, the table tennis, Lego, scootering, beads, or they've got longevity on them. The tennis net, you're going to use them time and time again, and the kids are going to play and feel joy on them. I'm not sure that is going to do it for very long.
I see your point, but I disagree with it in terms of like how long you would use it or want to use it for, because I think in all of those scenarios, what makes it more appealing to play it for longer is the interaction with others. Like if you were to put the box bowling on my head and I'm boxing it and I'm thinking to myself, oh, I'm really enjoying this, but no one's around to watch me. I'm like, oh, no one just saw me break the record. All of a sudden, it's like, what's the point? And the advertising and the marketing for box bowling is pretty good, because what they do is they've got high profile sports stars in their living rooms with the screen on the TV, and there's a few of them sitting around playing it, and it's all, oh, he did really well. So I can imagine if on Christmas Day I'm unwrapping one of those and I've got family members and friends round, and somebody, like the old-fashioned game charades, is standing in the middle of the living room taking their turn, everyone's laughing, everyone's joking, it's going to last. And then that might create something where, on a weekend, let's get box bowling out and have a family go at that, which is great. So I think there's longevity in some of the presents we've talked about, but that comes with the social interaction, and that's one of the big things about sport in general, or any activity, is you want to do them with people.
Yeah, agreed. I accept that, and I might actually get one now.
Can you?
Yeah,
we're seeing each other this weekend. Could you get one for the weekend?
Could get a box bowling and certainly some kind of high pro anywhere. That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
I think if we can add that into the mix at the weekend, I think we're on for a fun time there.
Yes. So I think that pretty much concludes our episode, and I want to finish by saying the things that we've said, I mean, they are businesses, and there are, I'm sure people will really love some of the ones that we don't recommend to each other, and we're not recommending them to you, but it's just our preference.
And this is it. Everybody has personal choice, and you're entitled to that choice. And I think sometimes you have to look at who you're buying for and what suits them and what suits you as a person or as a family, and choose wisely. I'm going to end with a story of my dad and my mum who didn't choose wisely.
Ooh.
When I was younger, I was bought, I don't know if you ever saw them, one of those punch bags that you stand on the platform.
Yeah, I had one.
So you stood on the platform, it had like a spring and a ball, and it came with gloves, and you'd stand there, and a bit like the box bowling.
Yeah, I had one.
Do your punching. Well, I was bought one of those, and after a full Christmas dinner, snacks and beers, my dad decided he was going to pass out on the sofa and relax. Mum was probably watching the equivalent to Call the Midwife back in the early 90s.
Yeah.
I got the gloves on, and I got a little bit bored of punching the ball because, the social interaction wasn't there from my dad. So I climbed up onto my dad's lap. He stayed asleep, just thinking I was getting ready for a Christmas cuddle. Lights out.
Oh my God.
I punched my dad in the face with the gloves, and he never left me to play with my toys on my own ever again. So if you buy in, choose wisely. He woke up very quickly. He wasn't too happy, but he bought it me. So, you got to play with me, Dad, or I'm going to whack you in the face.
My brother got this is good. My brother got a harness, like a climbing harness, I don't know where he was going to climb, but the ropes, the climbing harness, the carabiner, and all that stuff. I must have been about 16, 17. I'm 6 years younger, so I was about 11.
You're from
So,
one of the flattest places in the country.
yeah, I think he was going to climb trees or something. I don't know. It never happened because of the story I'm about to tell you. Now,
Go
what
on.
happened is he thought it was a really good idea whilst everyone was downstairs to tie the rope around the banister upstairs, the stairs banister, hook himself up and launch himself out of his bedroom window. And what he did, he'd done a bit of school, and he launched himself out the window. And I was just looking out the window. I was like 10 or wondering what on earth was going on, and or maybe giving him some encouragement to do it. And then he launched himself out. And you know how you would like go down a wall and you go beep 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 beep
Abseiling,
all the way
yeah.
down. Yeah, abseiling, that's it. He forgot there was a patio door underneath his bedroom. So he went beep beep beep, and then big one, and then and it didn't break the patio door, but my dad was watching telly downstairs. It's fair to say that he was not impressed with that.
So
Yeah.
a classic memory, but again, comes from children being left to their own devices with their Christmas presents and not getting the attention of the parents that
Yeah.
thought that's a good idea. So on that note, I think it is with our memories that we'll leave everybody to enjoy their memories this Christmas of Christmas presents of good and bad. I think if you are getting any Christmas presents and you want to interact with us on social media, leave comments on the YouTube video, tag us in Instagram posts at Mini Athletics with the Sports Parenting Playbook, because we're interested to see what you get and what you buy your kids this Christmas. And more importantly, if you're enjoying the podcast, leave us a review on your chosen podcast player, because it helps us to get this episode and the future episodes out to more people like you that are interested in the development of your kids through sport. Kirk, Merry
Yeah.
Christmas,
Merry Christmas, everyone. Have a lovely time.
and we'll see you in the new year.